Everybody, it's Steph with Killer Sites. So, a question that was put to me recently is coding a young man's game. So, I'm recording this in mid-October 2014. Traditionally, I would argue that coding, especially in the startup industry, was or is a young man's game because the hours are very intense and the work can be very intense, although it can be a lot of fun too. But I think times are changing. First of all, it's not necessarily a young man's game anymore. A lot of women are getting into it, and I think this is going to become more and more prevalent as time goes by. And not everybody is working for startups. In fact, the vast majority of coders are not working for startups. So if you're somebody who's a little older than your 20-something-year-old or your 30-year-old types, there's still a lot of opportunity for you, I think, especially as time progresses, because I believe the world is recognizing the importance of knowledge and code. And what you will find if you learn to code, not only can you experiment and maybe build your own apps, whether they be web apps or iPhone apps or Android apps, once you learn the languages in question. But it's also just a good skill to have. It's handy in your back pocket. So let's say you want to automate some functions in a spreadsheet. Understanding software development and coding, even on a basic level, is going to make that a whole bunch easier. It's just a great tool to have, as I said, in your back pocket. So yes, traditionally coding is a young man's game, but this is changing quick. And I know several people who are in their late 40s who are actively coding, doing very well. They see their careers progressing, advancing. They'll jump into different languages, different environments. For instance, my brother, he was a big-time Java J2EE coder for several years. Then he went into front-end mobile development, working a lot with JavaScript and a lot of JavaScript. And then he's now recently, in the last, I guess about 6 months ago, he's moved over and he's doing a lot of pure iOS development. So he's moving laterally to the side, there we go, and then he's moving up as well in different areas of code, and he's closing in on 50, and there's no problem because unlike other industries perhaps, coding is very much a meritocracy, in that if you are good, you will get the jobs, you will get the pay. That's what results. It's very much a results-based business. You can see the results right away in software, whether somebody's competent or not. And, another good reason to learn code, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here, well, not really, is that if you got a good base in code, you write, maybe half a dozen apps that are working fairly well. Then from there, you can get into higher level stuff as you get, especially if you're older. I would argue it's much easier for a guy in the late 30s, 40s, even early 50s to find themselves becoming architects, code architects, application architects, or business process managers, etc., because to find that person who can bridge the communication between the business people and their business needs and the coders, this is a highly valued individual. And so that's another reason to learn code. You can get into that position later on. So there you go. I hope that answers the question. This is a super quick video I'm producing with QuickTime because I got to get back to writing. I'm just finishing off a book, as I said. So, or maybe I didn't say it. Who knows? This is my second take of this video. So yeah. Anyway, I'll stop there. We'll talk soon. You see, I don't know when. It's going to be within the next couple of weeks. It's October 10th, 12th, 11th now. You're going to see a ton more content coming out. I'm just beginning. All right, we'll talk soon.